Hi everybody, welcome back to my Aldi haul. For all of those who just clicked on this video, thanks for watching. And for my subscribers, a very big thank you. We are slowly climbing up in numbers, so let's not give up yet. Alright, so let's just jump right into this haul because I have a pretty ambitious meal plan despite the size of this haul. Okay, first off, we have 1 dozen golden hen large eggs. We are still eating a lot of eggs, but not nearly as much as we used to because I'm not hard boiling them in batches anymore. So 1 dozen should be plenty for the week. And right next to it, I have my red seedless grapes that were on sale. I think like 95 cents a pound, which is a very good price. And I already tasted one. They're really sweet. As you can see, they're fairly big and juicy and plump, so it's a good batch of red grapes. And then right in front of them, I have my Wish Farm strawberries. I'm going to air fry these again with some cinnamon. I enjoyed them so much last week. I just decided, even though they're not on sale, I want more strawberries. So that's what we're having. Okay, then I have here a pack of cilantro. And then next to it, I have a head of green leaf lettuce by Dole. And then I bought some Freshshire Farms green beans. Now, what I plan to do with the green beans is twofold. I can either just air fry them up and have them as a side for one of our dinners. But what I originally planned to do, but I may change my mind, is to make like a pork black bean stir fry with green beans. Now the big dog was like, "Oh, that," he didn't seem too enthused, but I really like it, so I might make it. But as you see later in the haul, the pork that I bought could be used for that or for another dish that he seemed really much more enthused about that we just happened to see today. So I hadn't really planned on it, but I have all the sauces and that meat can be used for both, so we'll see. All right, then we have here some Freshshire Farms zucchini. I wasn't planning on buying zucchini this week, but this was on sale. I think it was 99 cents a pound. They're really big zucchinis too. But what I want to do with this zucchini is either as a vegetable side dish for dinner or for his bento box lunch. I like slicing it up into coins, dredging it in potato starch, egg, and then panko and air frying it, and you kind of have like really crunchy fried zucchini, except it's in the air fryer, so it's a little healthier. Okay, then I have here my classic coleslaw by Little Salad Bar. Now this is going to be used with the cilantro, the green leaf lettuce, and these sunset grape tomatoes, and also these fresh tilapia fillets to make fish tacos. Now I have tortillas that we preserved in the freezer, so we can make tacos with those, but I was hoping to be a little bit on the healthier side and do like we did this week and wrap our tacos with green leaf lettuce instead. So that's going to be for fish tacos. Now I was hoping to buy regular tomatoes, whether they be beefsteak tomatoes or Roma tomatoes, but for some reason Aldi was out of tomatoes. They hadn't gotten their shipment. I asked one of the employees stocking. He said they didn't get their shipment of tomatoes, and all they had left were some really bruised, gross looking Roma tomatoes. So I bought this just in case I don't have time to go to another store and buy tomatoes to make my fresh pico de gallo to go with my fish tacos. Another thing they were lacking was the fresh pico de gallo, because I thought, well, maybe I'll buy that, then I don't have to make it myself, even though I prefer to make it myself, but they didn't have that either. And another thing they didn't have was partly why I bought these tilapia fillets, aside from the fact that these are much thicker than the frozen ones, but they were completely out of frozen tilapia fillets as well. So I bought the more expensive version, but I think it'll work out better for the fish tacos because I don't know if you can tell, but these are fairly thick, and the ones that I buy in the bags that are frozen are fairly thin. Okay, then I also have here some red onions by Green Valley brand. So this is also going to be used for the fish tacos, but I like just cooking with red onions anyways. Oh, and another thing I plan to make with this coleslaw, because we don't need this, whole 14 ounces of coleslaw to go on our fish taco, is I have some quinoa in the pantry, and I want to make the sesame peanut quinoa salad. So one of the toppings that you add after you cook the quinoa and let it sit and cool in the fridge is you add some coleslaw to the top. So that's another use of my coleslaw. Okay, the last piece of produce I have here is a seedless English cucumber. Now what we want to do this week is we're going to have like make your own sushi at the table kind of plan. So I'm going to make a bunch of rice and flavor it up to make sushi rice out of it. And then I have some imitation crab. So we're going to have that. We have that frozen shrimp tempura I like to buy from ALDI. We have a tray of that. So I'm going to air fry that. And then we're going to cut some cucumbers, some green onions. I might make some tuna salad, so I bought the chunk lake tuna in a can as another topping to go into our sushi. And I also have some frozen salmon fillets, so I can cook up some salmon maybe with some teriyaki flavor type sauce to go into our sushi. So we're just gonna make a whole bunch of different items, and then at the table you're gonna have your sushi rice, you're gonna have your all your different fillings, and then of course the roasted sheets of seaweed. And we're gonna make sushi just whatever you want. You just take your seaweed, put some rice, and then put whatever toppings you want it and pile it into your mouth. Okay, then we have here the boneless loin thin sliced center cut pork chops. Now these are very thinly sliced. I'm not sure if you can tell. So as I mentioned, I could dice this up and use this for my black bean and green bean pork stir fry. However, since the big dog was not as enthused about it, this other dish we watched today, the video she showed us how to make Hong Kong style pork chops over fried rice. And I have everything needed for that recipe because I have all the Asian sauces. I've got lots of rice. I have, she uses a tomato sauce. So I've got canned tomatoes. I've got everything I need except the pork chops. So this could double for that recipe as well. And so for that one, the pork chops, what you do is you air fry them. First you marinate them in some Asian sauce for at least half an hour to a couple hours, maybe even overnight. And then you cover them with potato starch, because potato starch in the air fryer makes things really nice and crunchy. We love using potato starch on chicken wings. So you cover this in potato starch, you air fry it, and then while that's air frying, you make some fried rice on the side, and then you put the fried rice on the bottom of a pan. You layer your crunchy air fried pork chops on top. Then you make a tomato based sauce that has other Asian sauces in it. Then, in a classic East meets West fusion, you put a little bit of cheese on top, throw it in the oven, and let everything melt and come together. So we might make that instead, and then, just as a side, have the green beans air fried or something. So that's what I'm thinking this week. Either stir fry or air fried. We'll see. Okay, then I have here some boneless, skinless chicken thighs by Kirkwood. These were regular price $2.49 a pound. I don't have a real plan for these. It's just that last week when I went to Costco, where I usually buy my boneless, skinless chicken thighs in a big batch and freeze them, they were out. So I just wanted an extra package to throw in my freezer in case I needed it for something this week. You just never know when you need some chicken. Okay, then I have here my premium sliced bacon by Appleton Farms. We used up our bacon this week for breakfast, actually. Air fried bacon is so delicious. So I always like to keep bacon around in case we need to have it for breakfast again. And I can also, wrap up the vegetables in it and make something for his, his bento box. Okay, then, as I mentioned here, I've got my chunk lake tuna from Northern Catch. aside from the tuna salad for the make your own sushi at the table, I was also thinking this would be more for my lunch. Instead of tuna salad, I was going to try making, I guess it's basically a musubi. So you take some rice, plain rice, and then you um, put a little bit of soy sauce and you mix it up with just a can of tuna, plain tuna, not tuna salad. And then you form it into balls and you can wrap it up in, um, sheets of roasted seaweed or nori. Another thing I've seen done is you take that and you also add some corn. So I bought a can of Happy Harvest whole kernel golden sweet corn. It's just plain, it's not cream corn. And you mix all that with the rice, and then you form patties, and then you pan fry it with a little bit of sesame oil. So I thought that could be another thing we could put in his bento. It just looks different, so I thought I'd give it a try. Okay, then we have here Baker's Corner 100% pure cornstarch. I use cornstarch quite a bit, whether I use it to velvet my food. Like for instance, if I make those what is it, the stir fry with the pork and black beans and green beans, I would velvet my pork when I marinate it with cornstarch. But cornstarch is also great because you can make it into a slurry and use it as a thickener for your sauces. And that's mostly what I use cornstarch for, because I like thick sauces. So I use a lot of cornstarch. Okay, on to the junk food. We've got some Baker's Treat mini muffins confetti cake flavor. The big dog didn't request anything in particular this week. We didn't even get a soda because he still got some left over. But he said to surprise him, and he hasn't had these confetti cakes in quite a while. So I thought he might enjoy having these as either a dessert or a quick breakfast to take to work. And then we have here some Clancy's White Rounds tortilla chips. I have some sour cream, and I also have the onion soup mix, so I might make him more onion dip. Or, we can just eat this with our fish tacos. Or if we have extra pico de gallo, if I manage to make it, we can use chips to eat it. And then last but not least, I have here an ALDI find. It's 8-pack Candy Shop lip balm. It's 8 flavored lip balms, and these were about $4 for this whole pack. So that works out to 50 cents a stick of lip balm, which I think is a pretty good price. Now, I don't eat a whole lot of candy, but I do like these flavors. So I thought, well, I'm not eating candy, but maybe I can get the taste when I, put the stuff on my lips. I love chapstick. I don't know if you would say I'm addicted to it, but I do use it quite a bit. But they've got, let's see, Rainbow Nerds, Butterfinger, I guess that's Pixie Sticks, cherry flavor maybe, looks like watermelon flavored Laffy Taffy, Nestle Crunch, my favorite chocolate, or one of my favorite chocolates. Let's see, Raz Apple Magic Dip Fun Dip, and Mystery Swirl Laffy Taffy. And last but not least, lemon flavored sweet tart. Oh, I love sweet tarts. So I just saw these and they're cute and different. So I thought, well, I'll just buy them for 50 cents a stick. You really can't go wrong. And they last quite a while, I'm sure. So anyways, that's my whole haul. As you can see, it's not that big, but I do plan to make quite a bit of food, between this and what I have in my pantry. And we were real heavy on the produce this week, so I'm glad with that because, we are trying to eat a little bit better. All right, so thank you for watching this haul. If you, enjoyed yourself, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out. So everybody, you have a good week. Take care and stay safe. Thanks. Bye.